Okay. That was not a fun experience for me, an Oregon fan, at the end of that game at all. And I don't like feeling that way. But to the victors go the spoils, and goes the first part of the video. Michael Penix is ridiculous. When he is on, his arm strength, his accuracy is ridiculous. Washington called a good game. Washington survived a pretty major mistake deep in Oregon territory, and tip that cap, because defense wasn't there for Washington, and you go on the road to a hostile place and win. That's impressive. It just is. Michael Penix is impressive. The receivers are impressive, and they survived at the end in impressive fashion, and they got the 3 at the end. Great. Awesome. Strong, strong win in Kalen DeBoer's first year. There it is. All right, Washington fans, everybody else that wants to see an Oregon fan miserable, here we go. There's no defense. There is no defense on the field, and it's not new. They've been playing a lot of offenses that have been largely suboptimal. Pass rush is not there. When to and when not to creatively bring pressure seems sort of haphazard in its thinking. I don't know. In Tosh Lupoy or whoever is strategizing this defense. There's talent on the defense. They can't get to the quarterback. And it's not a Washington thing. It's been an all season long thing. They do not have a game changer on the edge like they've had these past few years. And when you have a linebacking core who's susceptible in coverage, when you have a very, very, very good corner, and the rest of the secondary sometimes is rock solid. Sometimes just isn't. You see the play calling with cushions and playing things safe. It's a strategy that has largely worked in the way that Oregon has won their games this year, but against a quarterback this good, against a rushing attack that Washington didn't really lean on too much, but that was good. An offensive line that protected Michael Penix certainly really, really well. It's an issue. It's an issue when you can't get off the field. Both of these teams are right around 50% in terms of third down conversion rate. It's not good enough because you gotta get off the friggin' field. You just do. And Oregon was not able to. That Bucky Irving and Noah Whittington, like these guys rushing for 7 yards a carry, both guys going over 100 yards. Troy Franklin having another incredible game. Bo Nix having an incredible game. But it comes down to that fourth quarter. It comes down to that enormously long and largely very, very productive drive. 20 plays ending in a field goal. Snap sails over Bo Nix's head. He makes a heads-up play. Alex Forsythe, starting center, obviously injured and gritting his teeth through everything. Bad snap. Obviously, Oregon has the snap fumble deep in the Washington portion of the field, deep in the red zone. That was a burner. But yeah, needing to get 3. Ty Thompson comes in. Noah Whittington slips. It's great to be able to pound a team like that on the ground. 20 plays cannot end in 3. It's better than 0. It cannot end in 3. And so they made the right move, not trusting Ty Thompson on fourth down, take the points. But man. And that, look, I am somebody who I try to be consistent. Referees don't decide games, and they didn't today. It was a weird call at the end of the game with Troy Franklin. Did he not go out of bounds? I think Brock Heward was right when he said, you know, let the players figure things out at the end, unless it's so clear and obvious a penalty. But if Oregon takes business over the course of 4 quarters, especially on defense, we're not having this conversation. So, Bo Nix, crazy gutty at the end, obviously trying to play on a bad ankle, and can't get that final pass off to anybody of any consequence because it falls short, well short of the end zone. Hate to lose to Washington, but happy for the Pac-12 that there are more good teams. It will be a fascinating offseason because Dan Lanning needs to find ways to and people who can get to the quarterback. Because as it stands now, I don't know that Michael Penix has any need to do laundry. I mean, he'd probably sweat it a bunch. But in terms of getting dirty on the Oregon turf. Wasn't much there. So, again, not new, but problematic. Go Ducks, as always. It's going to be a tough night of sleep. But we wake up and we move forward.